sitting back on what worked yesterday, but always reaching for what will matter tomorrow. The fact that we successfully did this again and again is the crowning achievement of my life's work. The learnings that informed and were developed in that journey are what I will share with you in the chapters ahead. When people ask me the secret of my success, I often say it comes down to 3 things I've been able to do. 1. Tell the truth. 2. Know what matters. 3. Get the job done. To me, those 3 steps are the essence of transformation. You start by being brutally honest about where you're at. Then you dig deep to figure out a solution, to discern what matters to the people you want to impact and how you can deliver that to them. And finally, you put it into action. That's what we did at Panera, and not just once, but multiple times during my tenure. We were active learners. We figured out how to be a better competitive alternative, and we had the discipline and commitment to see it through. Tell the truth. Know what matters. Get the job done. That pretty much sums up how I've approached this book as well. First, I set out to tell the truth, to share my stories honestly and without glossing over the difficult and downright painful parts. Then I attempted to distill from those stories what I learned about what matters in business and, more importantly, in life as a whole. To know what matters is the hardest and most critical part of any endeavor, which is why I chose that as the title for the book. It's also the part that I love the most, the process of figuring it out. Last, I've dedicated significant space in these chapters to describing the actual processes through which we got the job done. The doing of the doing, as I like to call it. Unless you can execute and bring what matters to life, no amount of experience or learning will translate into real-world impact. My goal in all of this is to show you how to distill truly innovative learnings out of the raw material of your own experience, to figure out a better solution and then translate that into action. And then do it all over again. Let's be clear, I'm not here to offer you another set of platitudes about the shortest way to turn your startup into the next big thing so you can IPO and cash out. I'm here to challenge you to create a business, a life, and even a society of enduring value. Again, I hope that what you'll take from these chapters will apply to much more than your business. I've always said I go to work to learn about life. The most important lessons I've learned and continue to learn are as much about a life well lived as they are about doing business, because for me, the two are inextricable. They are also applicable to politics and civic society and to any type of organization, large or small, that seeks to make a difference. I won't sugarcoat the truth. Building something that truly matters is hard. I can show you a smarter way to go about it, but it won't be an easier way. If you want to make an impact, you'll need to be prepared for the tough stuff. But for those of us who are called to this journey, there are few things in life that are more satisfying than figuring out a new and innovative solution and then bringing it to life. If you're crazy enough to stick with it through the inevitable ups and downs, to transform again and again in order to meet the needs of tomorrow, you'll look back and see that you lived a life you can respect. And in the end, what could matter more than that? Part 1. Living the Entrepreneurial Life. 1. Future Back. I learned the most important lesson of my life as my father's life came to its end. In January 1998, several years after a lung cancer diagnosis, my dad, Joseph Shaich, moved into my apartment in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The nearby Dana-Farber Cancer Institute was the best hospital in the country, and having exhausted all other treatment options, we got him enrolled in an experimental clinical trial. This was a last-ditch attempt to extend his life, but it bought him only a brief reprieve. I was his companion through the final year of his life's journey. I cannot tell you whether there is a judgment day up there, but after watching my father during his last few months, I can tell you this: there is one down here if we have time to face it.